Working with LED. First, we shall see how to connect your battery to the power supply board. So please take your power supply board from your kit. You should first understand how the power supply board and what are all the components in it. Can you see that your power supply board has an input port? Could you spot it? Yes. Next, it also has another indicator with the name PWR. It is a light indicator that tells you that the board is connected to the battery. There are three other green color blocks on your board. Can you spot it? It is marked with plus and minus, and it has holes on one side. These are the ports that you will be using to make your circuits. Do not connect the battery to the power supply board unless instructed. There is some more stuff that needs to be done before you start your connections. Now take the project maker board. Can you see that there are a lot of holes in your project maker board? Now this board is going to provide a lot of protection for your circuit. Can you keep your circuit boards on top of a metal surface? What will happen is there will be a short circuit. You should never place all these electronic boards on top of any metal surface or any conducting surfaces. So to avoid such errors, we will be fixing these boards on your project maker before you connect anything to it. So for every experiment, take all electronic boards that you require. Fix it on the project maker and then start the connections. Now we shall mark the power supply board onto the project maker using your screws and nuts. I will show you how to mount it. Now you can start mounting it. Then watch the video very carefully. Insert the screw from the top. This head should be on the top, remember, and fix the nut at the bottom. Using a screwdriver, and remember it to rotate in the clockwise direction. Once you finish connecting, you should proceed to the next step. Now we shall proceed connecting your battery to the power supply board. Now take your battery and the barrel jack cable. Take the barrel jack end of the cable and connect it to the input port of your power supply board. Once you connected, you will see that the light indicator glows, showing that your power supply board is ready for use. Once you completed, we should proceed through a first experiment. Our first activity will be lighting an LED. You must have heard about a LED somewhere else. LED TVs. Yes. So what is an LED? Do you know the expansion for it? LED is light emitting diode. Diode is an electronic component about which you will be learning in your later levels. LED is a type of diode which emits light when current passes through it. LED is of different types, right from very tiny ones to big ones, and they are used in different applications. Shall we see some of the applications by your LED is being used? One such application is your LED TV. Your LED TV actually has only an LCD screen. But to light up the LED screen behind it, there are a lot of LEDs that are linked together. Now LED are also being used in other applications. Have you seen a LED torch? The LED street lights, the traffic signals, they also use LEDs. Your cell phone torch is also an LED. The lighting indicates a lot of devices such as your laptop chargers, your TV power buttons, everything is LED. So, a LED has a huge number of applications. LEDs are majorly used because of their power saving capabilities. Now we will see how to go and light the LED in your kit. So go ahead and take the LED board from your kit. Once taken, we should proceed with the experiment. If you notice, your LED board has a small colored light bulb, and this is your LED. You will have 3 LED boards and each board will have a different color. The next one is a green color connector. This is similar to the connector in your power supply board. Here you can see that it is marked with plus and minus. So your LED has 2 terminals, plus and minus. Shall we move on to the practicals? Know the boards that are required for this experiment. IR power supply board and your LED board. Your kit will have 3 LED boards. You can take any one from it. Now fix these boards onto your project maker. Remember, this is always your first step in any experiment. Once you fix it, you should go ahead with the connections. Before we go ahead with the connections to make your LED glow, we shall see how to first connect the wire to the board. You can start doing. Take any wire from your kit and insert one end of it into the green connector that is there on your LED board. Insert it to any one plus or minus terminal. Now take a screwdriver and start screwing the terminal. And you will see that there is a platform which rises and starts holding the wire firmly. Remember, you should screw in the clockwise direction. Once done, try to pull your wire slightly. It should not come out. If it is coming out, then it means you have not made a proper connection. But remember, don't pull it too hard. Obviously, the wire will come up. Just try pulling it slightly. We should proceed to see how your LED glows. Once you have finished connecting the wire, we learned that LED has 2 terminals. One is the plus terminal and other is the minus terminal. So to make it glow, you should just need to connect the plus of your power supply board to the plus of your LED and minus of your power supply board to the minus of your LED. That is plus to plus and minus to minus. But before you go ahead with the practical, this time what are the wrong place and what will happen if you connect it wrong? This is more important than knowing the correct way. So if I connect the plus to minus and minus to plus, that is in the reverse direction, what will happen to my LED? Will it glow or will it not glow? Or will it burst? It will definitely not glow because it is a strong connection, but it won't burst. If you connect your LED in the reverse direction, it will not. Now go ahead with the connections. Connect the plus of your LED to the plus of your power supply board and minus of your LED to the minus of the power supply board. Connect the battery and enjoy your LED glowing. So far, we saw how to make one LED glow. Now, we should try making more than 2 LEDs together. Before you start your experiment, remember to mount your boards onto the project maker. Now connect the LED in the same way as how you connected one of them. You have two more terminal blocks. That is the green block in your power supply board. So connect two more LEDs there. Plus to plus and minus to minus. Remember to remove your battery while making your connections. Once you have finished your connections, give the battery and check if all LEDs are glowing. If not, that is only one mistake that you might have done. You would have by mistake interchanged the plus and minus somewhere. Check it if all the LEDs are glowing. Now notice the brightness of the LED. Whether all the three LEDs are glowing equally bright when compared to the previous experiment. Yes, right. Can you guess what type of connection is this? Now let me show you the same connection in a different manner. Now I connect all these positives together and give it to the plus terminal of the power supply board. Similarly, I connect all the negatives together and connect it to the same terminal in the power supply board. Now, doesn't it look something like a parallel connection? Where in all the positives all the LEDs are connected together and negative of all the LEDs are connected together. And then finally given to the power supply board. So this is the parallel connection. Note that in parallel connection, the brightness of the LED does not change. Parallel is one type of connecting multiple entities together. Can you guess what is the other type? We have already learnt it. It's a series connection. In this connection, you always connect the plus of one device to the minus of another device, right? So similarly here, you also connect the plus of one LED to the minus of another LED. Then finally take the positive of the series connection and connect it to the positive of your power supply board. And the same way connect the negative of your series connection to the negative of your power supply board. Please note that in that case of power supply board alone, it should always be plus to plus. There is now series connection between a power supply and a device. You cannot connect plus to minus. In that case, please be very careful. Now connect the battery to the power supply board and see if there is a glowing. Sometimes all the LEDs will not glow. Did you notice that the LEDs are glowing dimmer? Or sometimes they might not glow at all. Can you tell why this is in the case of battery? What did we learn? When two batteries are connected in series, the voltage gets added up. The same thing when it comes to the devices connected in series. The voltage that is given to it is divided equally. So in the case of batteries, the voltages are added. In the case of devices, the voltages are divided. In the case of battery, voltage is 5 volt. This gets divided to the three parts equally. Now what happens when there is no voltage given to a particular device? Have you noticed in your home, when there is a low voltage, the fans run slower, the lights go dimmer. Same as in the case here. When a low voltage is provided to your LED, the LED becomes dimmer. This is the reason you can see in series connection. The LED glow dimmer when compared to your parallel connection. Now fill up the things needed. Now in this experiment, what were the things needed? It was the power supply board, 3 LED boards and the battery. Module diagram is similar to the pictures we were seeing during our experiment. This will help you to revise the next time. Note that when you draw the connections, if two lines seem to intersect each other, then put a jumper like this. It should not intersect just like that. Intersections should happen only when there is a connection. Once you finish, you should proceed to learn how to draw a circuit diagram. We have already seen the circuit symbol of a battery. Do you remember? It consists of a long line that represents the positive terminal and a short line that represents the negative terminal. Similarly, the circuit symbol for a LED consists of a triangle and a straight line along with the two arrows. The triangle represents the positive terminal of the LED and the straight line represents the negative terminal of the LED along with two arrows, and the LED circuit symbol is very important. Now we shall see how to draw the circuit diagram. The first step is to draw on the circuit symbols of the components that you are using. In this experiment, you used 3 LEDs and your battery. The next step is to draw the connections asked by your circuit. Remember, you should only use straight lines and perpendicular lines and draw only with pencils and scales. First, we shall draw the circuit diagram of the series connection, and then you connect the positive with one LED to the negative of the first LED. Similarly, the positive of the third LED is connected to the negative of the second LED. Finally, you connect the positive of the battery to the positive of the series connection and the negative of the battery to the negative of the series connection. That's it. The circuit diagram is over. Now let's try attempting the circuit diagram for a parallel connection. Now we shall see how to do it. Follow the same procedure. The first step is to draw all the circuit components. So here again you used 3 LEDs and a battery. Now the circuit connections. You connected all the positive of the LEDs together and all the negatives of 3 LEDs together. Next, you connected the battery's positive to the positive of the parallel connection. Then the negative of the battery to the negative of the parallel connection. That's it. The circuit diagram is done. So you have completed the activity.